Let me start this one off by saying I do like Boruto, but I do have some bad things to say about it. Boruto is the natural predecessor of Naruto. I mean, he's his son. You couldn't tell from the name, Boruto. I really hate that they came up with that name. I really don't like that. That's not the thing that I'm complaining about. That's not the complaint. The first big complaint is that it was rushed. Like 1 month after Naruto Shippuden ended, they started Boruto. Felt like a little bit of a cash grab. I started watching Naruto as soon as it started to air on Toonami. I was just a wee young boy, about the same age as Naruto. Well, a little younger, but still, pretty young. And as Naruto aged and, matured, I naturally aged and matured about the same. When Naruto Shippuden ended, I was like 18, 19, the same age. And then 1 month later, Naruto has a wife and kids and is 35. That was fake. I don't actually have a wife and kids. Point is that I grew up with Naruto. I felt like a lot of my inspiration for things at that age came from Naruto. The fact that he could do it, he believed in himself, made it feel like I could believe in myself. I know it sounds corny, it sounds lame. I love Naruto to this day. It's one of my favorite series, even though it has a lot of, issues, plot holes, if you will. With that being said, I still liked Boruto. I'm not gonna lie. There was some really cool stuff. The abilities are crazy, but that brings us to one of my first points of distaste, is that the powers are kind of just too crazy. The power scaling in Boruto is absurd. And of course, the power scaling in Naruto was kind of weird also, kind of just like big sporadic jumps. Not always due to like training and stuff. That's how most animes are. One Piece has big, seemingly undeserving power scaling jumps, right? Everything does, right? Goku has like some of the worst power scaling jumps of all time. And not saying it's always undeserved, because it is usually deserved, but sometimes it's not. And Boruto fell very, very victim to that. Not only was there a 10-year time skip in Naruto, but in the whole world, everything changes. You have technological advancements that are crazy. You have characters being able to use Rinnegan powers because they have a little gizmo gadget on their arm. And that's all cool, that's all well and dandy, but I hate that. I don't think you should be able to absorb jutsu with a little arm. That one really pissed me off. And when you could summon crazy jutsus like Rasengans and pretty much everything in Boruto that was undeserved, I really hated that. But it's not just that. Let's look into the actual manga. So big manga spoilers here. If you haven't read the manga, loser, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not reading the manga? Moving into Boruto, there were two big problems that needed addressed, and that was Naruto and Sasuke. How is the younger generation gonna do anything if they're just carried on the backs of Naruto and Sasuke, right? These characters are crazy. They're taking down Otsutsuki members. They have to be these crazy OP characters, but then there's no room for Boruto or Kawaki or really anybody to shine. So they addressed those. They got rid of Kurama and Rinnegan, and that's a good natural progression. This is kind of what we needed, so that our characters like Boruto and all the little classmates and stuff could actually matter, although they're instantly outshined. It's really just Boruto and Kawaki. That's something Naruto did before as well, not so soon. What I'm getting to is undeserved power jumps, especially that of Kawaki and Boruto. This whole karma business, giving them Otsutsuki powers, it's already built unfair. Like they have dojutsu, they have, Kawaki has all of the little powers that Ishiki had, and that dude was crazy. And I get it. Main character. They're the new age Naruto and Sasuke. That's okay. Don't even get me started on Ida and Damon. These characters are cheaters. They should not be able to use these powers. They have the powers that I would come up with playing Naruto on the playground in 3rd grade. They have abilities where they're like, oh, no, if you attack me, the same attack is dealt to you, and I don't take any damage. Oh, no, you can't touch me. You can't even look at me. It's cheater powers. They're crazy. And that's okay. The power scaling is there. It exists. But here's the thing, is that there's no way for them to continue any further. I mean, other than, the post time skip that we're going to get in September, there's not really any higher value that any character can get, right? There's nothing past omnipotence. Like, what can you do past omnipotence? And these powers are cool. I'm not even gonna cap. I think these abilities are really cool. They're really crazy, and, to show the full scope of these abilities, I think these characters are unbeatable. I mean, especially Damon. I don't really see a world where anybody can beat Damon. He kind of just seems like, an an unbeatable guy, an unbeatable little dude. And the whole karma thing is just a complete afterthought, you know? I mean, it's kind of just like a Boruto thing. Because obviously, you know, characters like Kaguya would have done the karma thing if this was a thing from the start, which it's fine for it not to be. I think Naruto already did that, where a lot of it was an afterthought. Like, I don't think Kishimoto had all of it planned out from the beginning. If he did, well then goddamn. Boruto still has a long way to go. When it comes back in September, we're gonna have some really interesting, crazy war stuff. It's gonna be a time skip. We're gonna get to see Boruto versus Kawaki. They're probably gonna make up and then fight Code and his hundreds of Ten Tails clones or whatever. Even though a lot of these characters are kind of undeserved and the scope of the universe has kind of been realized, right? Like, it can't get any stronger than omnipotence, and if it does, it's just gonna break into Dragon Ball stuff, and we're gonna meet the gods that created everything. And we still could meet the gods, right? Because they did bring up the fact that there was an Otsutsuki god that might still exist, but has moved past physical form through omnipotence and is now kind of just like an idea that can probably manifest itself as real, you know, stuff. So I think after, you know, we get this whole climax, there could definitely be more, but I kind of hope there isn't, but I kind of hope there is. I don't know. But regardless of that, we're definitely going to see countless spinoffs. We already have like a Minato spinoff like in the works, I think. But I could definitely see them just continuing doing that. I'd love us to get like a full Otsutsuki backstory thing. We don't have to see Boruto and Kawaki face off the ultimate god of Otsutsuki because they couldn't win, right? I mean, the guy probably has full omnipotence mastered at this point, you know? But I could definitely love a backstory of like seeing the Otsutsuki, how they started everything off. Kind of have it completely branched off from Naruto and Sasuke and Boruto, all these characters, just not involve any of them. I would love that. A spin-off of like the origins of Otsutsuki. That would be cool. A spin-off of the first Great War, right? You know, like stuff with Hashirama and Madara. The Akatsuki, like a full like in-depth series about the Akatsuki, you know, like 24 eps, 50 eps, 500 eps, I'd watch it. I love Naruto, and I'm gonna consume every piece of it forever, basically. You know, I've seen all the movies, I've seen all of Naruto, Shippuden, all of Boruto. I'm gonna watch it all. I'm gonna read it all. So I hope it doesn't get to these Dragon Ball levels where we're kind of just like topping each next thing with another ridiculous thing. If it happens, so be it. I'll watch it. Anyway, that's about it for the video. I really like Naruto, and I just wanted to talk about Boruto because I just read it finally. Like a week ago, and I read chapter 40 through like 80, whatever the newest one is, in like a week. Anyway, that's about it. I don't really have any more to say. You know, I'm pretty excited for when Boruto comes back in September. I'm gonna read those chapters. I'm excited for it. Hope you enjoyed the video and subscribe.